Hello. Now, with the game's yes, with the game's AI being completely fucked up, I am for the moment avoiding going anywhere near any combat areas. It could be worse. It's not like I have to do combat, but it means that one of the more exciting areas of the game is currently, well, it's currently a waste of time because it's not remotely enjoyable. So anyway, I am currently in Epsilon Indi, and that should give most of you a pretty good idea of what we are going to be seeing in this vid. It's more a case of showing off what something looks like rather than actually doing anything constructive. So it looks like the glitch in the docking station here has stopped. You may have noticed the bobbleheads moving around, and also my speeding warning was showing despite the fact that I was completely motionless. So once again we have great Frontier Developments quality there. Before I go off, well, you'll have noticed I'm in an ASP. This is my third ship. My balance is still at 159.9 million. The only other change of any note that has happened is that, well, in combat I've now killed 23 skimmers. Big deal. They are not challenging at all. And in trading, my average profit has gone up. It's now past 200,000. So I now need to make sure I get at least 200,000 every time I do any trading, otherwise the average profit goes down. Oh well. And then materials collected is at 199. I have actually used some. I did a refill of the fuel for my SRV, basically just to see if it works, although I had used 50% of the fuel at the time, so it's not as if it was vital, but it was as good a time as any to try it out. Now, graphically the game is going to turn to shit again before it looks better. We'll head out of here and I'll show you what I mean.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh yes, in my previous video I mentioned about the fact that the graphics glitches that I was having. In the description I added that I'd got that sorted out, which I have done. And the way to do it is to not disable the shaders being prepared prior to the game starting. That's what I had done, and yeah, that's what caused that. Now, Mitterand Hollow there is the moon around, what is that planet? New Africa. And as you can see, as we are travelling in regular space, if you follow the well, the signal that's orbiting around it, it goes at quite a rate, or at least the orbit does, because you will have no doubt already noticed that the actual moon, the actual graphic of the planetary body itself, doesn't move. That orbit line or orbit marker is moving, but the actual body itself doesn't. It will suddenly appear. There you go, and then just stay there. It gets updated, I think twice every orbit. And I'm pretty sure the technical terminology for this is bollocks, because there's no excuse for it, especially as once you enter Super Cruise it's moving around fine. So let's go into Super Cruise and we'll show you what that's all about.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So there is its orbit path. Now what we shall do, I want to show something before we actually try and land on there. There we go. Right. They give you an idea of how fast this thing is travelling. It's now leaving us behind, so we'll go full throttle. We are slowly able to catch up with it, but no, it's leaving us behind again. Its orbit is so fast that you cannot keep up with it, and you can't land on there if you're going to try and follow it in like this. So what you have to do is follow its orbit path and wait for it to come back round again. And I've gone round too quickly. Right. Where the fuck has it gone? It's now on the other side of the Alright, where is it? Here it comes. Alright, let's see if we can... We're having to literally intercept this space body in order to try and land on it. So it looks great now that you know, we're here. Oh, I'm coming in very fast.
Orbital flight engaged.
I'm trying to keep myself at a decent angle. I think I'm alright. Yeah, I'm very close to it, but now we're okay. Let's look for somewhere interesting to land. There's a bit of canyon activity around here. Let's come down here then. Alright, so we're into the glide. I don't really like staying in the glide too long, because for one thing it takes you a hell of a long way away from where you actually want it to go. Alright, so that's the glide completed. It looks like we're on the pole here. It looks as though night and day are both going to stick around for quite some time, which is a shame. You don't get to see the significant contrast between day and night. If you're in the more temperate areas, when night time comes along, you cannot see anything at all. It is so dark. And now it's getting darker again. You can see how quickly days and nights last here. It would be unsuitable terrain. Well, I can't be that far away from, yeah, exactly, terrain where I can land. You can see how quickly the planet appears over the horizon. Right, so we are down. I wish I'd landed in an area where you saw more of a contrast between the night and day lighting. I'm already getting quite a strong signal over here for what will be a meteorite of some description. I'm already able to do the basic synthesis of everything if I really want to, and I'm able to do the standard synthesis of quite a bit, including the frameshift drive boost. So I'm now really looking to do the advanced one, the level 3 of everything. Chromium, tellurium I do need. I don't think I have any of that, so I'll definitely have some of that, thank you very much. There we go. That's the 20th material I've discovered. Surely there aren't that many left that I haven't found. Nickel, I don't know what I need as far as nickel goes. I'm down to 18. I think I can do okay with that. So there you go, so there's one tellurium. That means I'm now very close to, well, I can now do a level 3 SRV repair. That one tellurium was what I was waiting for. But what I want to do is the FSD injection. Oh, okay, tellurium isn't one of them. Yttrium and polonium is what I need. Anyway, there's another signal. Yeah, there's another meteorite quite close. Chromium would normally be one that's worth getting, but I've got plenty of that already, so I don't really need to get any more. Carbon, phosphorus, what's this one? Iron. That was a fucking waste of time. There was another meteorite signal somewhere in the area. It wasn't far away from where this one was. Fuck it, let's send the ship away and then it doesn't interfere with what I'm looking for. Alright, it's in this direction. So you see the dark side of the planet quite clearly, and then you can even see the where the daylight has come along. But that is quite a fast, well, you couldn't really call it a sunrise or a moonrise, no, a fast planet rise. It does look quite impressive. The trouble is, just because it looks impressive doesn't mean that, you know, that's, you know, oh, suddenly Horizons is great. No, it takes more than, you know, impressive sights to make a game great. And when you know, a game has the sort of AI in it that the most tenth rate of developers would deem you know, completely unsuitable, and yet here they are having released it with said AI, that tells you, well, plenty. I want to go after this there's another meteorite before I check out what looks like a point of interest. Now we'll be doing a video review of Horizons. I'm in two minds as to whether or not to do it now, because this is the state that the game will be in when it's reviewed, you know, by the professional reviewers. So they will be basing it on this ridiculous AI, and the fact that the game is still incredibly shallow despite it looking like there's more to do. Fucking hell, that's hardly worth it as well. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. Well, let's grab the chromium. Now, where's that other signal? Looks like it's a fair distance away. So while I'm on my way to this signal, a message for some of you. I've said this quite a few times. I think that's what's called a fuck up. Seem to have got away with it, sort of. Despite the fact that I'm, you know, now I have a reputation for being extremely critical towards the game and point out every flaw and every feature in it, and therefore my videos are guaranteed to always piss off the brown-nosing fanboys. There are still a substantial number of brown-nosing fanboys who will come along and watch every video I do. And every time I do a new one, they'll watch it. And then they get pissed off by it because I'm, you know, pointing out flaws and total fuck-ups and everything that, you know, has appeared in their beloved. Now, if you are one of those brown noses watching, and yes, I do know that you do that, then, you know, okay, I'm clearly giving you a lot more credit than you deserve by thinking you had the intelligence to work this out for yourself, so I'm going to give you some pointers. I am perfectly well aware of the fact that what I say about your beloved pisses you off. And if you write comments on my videos that you know, that do nothing but insult me because I am pointing out flaws and you know, fuck-ups in your beloved, what you are doing is inspiring me to carry on doing it, because I know that my videos piss you off, which means I'm still relevant. So that means I'll keep on doing them and have no intention of stopping doing them. So if you, Mr. Brown-Noser, want me to stop making videos pointing out how fucked up your beloved is, here's a suggestion. Stop posting replies in the comments that tell me that I am succeeding in what I am doing, which is pissing off the Brown-Nosers. Because believe me, the Brown-Nosers piss me off. Not by posting insults, because I know that's all they can do as far as answering the criticisms that I have towards their precious. You know, the game is so fucked up that they can't, you know, point out things where I'm wrong. So all they can do is post insults that say, you know, I'm a cunt for pointing them out. And of course, each time they do that, well, like I've just said, it tells me I'm still relevant, it tells me that I'm still pissing off the brown-nosing fuckheads. So it tells me that mission accomplished, therefore I shall keep on going. If you want me to stop doing videos that say, you know, how shit your beloved is, I suggest you stop watching, stop giving me the viewing figures, and stop giving me the comments that tell me I'm doing exactly what I need to do and exactly what I set out to do. I'll say, I thought that, you know, it wasn't rocket science, you didn't need to be a genius to work that out, but clearly you do. Because all of these couldn't figure it out for themselves. See, the Brown-Nosers piss me off not by insulting me, they piss me off by the fact that they are the ones who say to Frontier Developments everything's fantastic when it most clearly is not. And so Frontier Developments say, oh, there you go, we'll change nothing, we'll leave it in the fucked up state it's in. So, yeah, the Brown-Nosers are doing something far worse. They are saying that everything is fantastic, nothing needs fixing, carry on as you have been. Which is clearly absolute bollocks. So, yeah, they are doing things far worse by making sure that what we've had for the past year, i.e. Frontier Developments constantly fucking things up and ruining features that were working okay, that's going to carry on for another year. And it's the Brown-Nosers who keep saying everything's fantastic that ensure that is the case. And it says it all that someone like me who is holding Frontier Developments to account and pointing out everywhere that they have fucked up, I'm in the minority. And the majority are quite happy to sit there and say, yeah, we'll leave the game just as it is. It doesn't need anything doing to it because it's superb as it is. It's perfect. Fuck off. I must admit the old asp in black does look quite impressive. I'll show some exterior pics in a sec once we get back there. So this was only meant to be a quick video about yeah, what Epsilon Indi is like with its extremely fast orbit and how impressive it looks from the surface, but also how fucked up it looks if you're in regular flight mode. So so we have the exterior view here. Can't really see the asp very well because, or the asp paint job, because we're in an area where it never gets completely light. So that's as good as you can see. It's not a very detailed look at the paint job at all. And yeah, there's the extremely fast sunrise, which looks more like some sort of time-lapse photography or something, and yet that's real time, which shows you just how fast this moon is travelling. I'm picking up another, fuck it, let's go and get this, the one last one, and then bugger off. So anyway, yeah, what was supposed to be a short video has ended up being a bit longer than planned because my rant about how fucking, well, moronically stupid the brown noses are. They hate what I do, and yet they are the ones who continue to ensure that I will carry on doing it. And they don't possess the intelligence to have figured that out for themselves. So now you've had it spelled out to you. So you've got a choice. You can carry on, you know, calling me a cunt for saying that your beloved is fucked up, or you can fuck off and shut the fuck up until I get bored with doing these videos, and then finally you won't have to hear me saying how shit the game is and how much of a cunt you are. Because I'll put it in videos. I won't just, you know, write it in comments. Videos on YouTube are far more likely to be watched than comments are likely to be read. Alright, what have we got here? Chromium is from miles away. Absolutely fuck all worth having there. But there is another signal, yeah, just over here. Alright, this is the last signal I'm going to check out. Now there are two other planets that I want to do videos of. I'll reveal one of them when I get back to the ship. Now that's a meteorite of some kind. The mesosideroids. Oh fuck it, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. That's how I'm pronouncing it anyway. Zirconium I need. That's another new one. So that's 21 materials now. Another chromium. Don't really need it. Right, so zirconium is there. It's saying it's a common element. My experience says otherwise. Now does that mean, well, I can do a level 3 repair. Actually, I think that's nothing new there. I need mercury to do the level 2 refuel and technetium for level 3, but I think that's a FSD injection. No, it's not one of those. In that case it must be one of the AFM refills. I know it's one that I really needed. Yep. So I now need one more zirconium and 2 vanadium for a level 3 AFM refill, which will be extremely handy when I do my next exploration mission. So yeah, that zirconium was definitely needed. Oh, fucking hell, there's another, it's very close by as well, so fuck it, right, I'll check this one. I will get back to the ship at some point. But the meteorites are definitely worth checking out because they will contain minerals that you may not necessarily find on the planet any other way. Chromium, iron. Yeah, how much chromium have I got now? 22. Yeah, I do not need to pick up any more of that. I can always discard it, I suppose. Oh, fuck it, right, let's grab it. Right, it looks like my ship has decided to bugger off. So, oh no, it hasn't decided to bugger off. Where is it then? Right, let's head back there. I don't really like going from tilt. This is how damage to your SRV mounts up. I suppose it's not too bad here where it's somewhat flat. I've got to come in from the side, otherwise it's not going to fit under there. It only just fits even if I come in from the side. Oh, bollocks. Right, let's see if it will disconnect while I'm trying to get back on board. It has done several times. Nope, we're okay. Right, now, one of the planets then that I want to visit, it's in quite a famous system, and it's a system I've been to before because, well, I've shown it in a video. But it is Betelgeuse. There's a reason why I want to go back here. Well, shock horror, there is a reason for it when it eventually comes up, and that is, firstly, these two planets are still unexplored. I need to scan them. In fact, so it's this one. So I need to scan 3 of the 4 planets in the system. But this is the planet that I particularly want to check out, so it's handy that I did scan it. Betelgeuse 3. Why there? Because if you look in the info panel, gravity 1, so it's the same gravity as Earth, surface temp is just over 1000 Kelvin, volcanism, no volcanism, atmosphere type, obviously no atmosphere, composition, 100% metal. This planet is 100% metal. So I was only joking when I said in the previous video about, metal rich planets, just giant ball bearings. But if this planet is indeed 100% metal, then that's effectively what it would be. There's no rock or anything at all. It is 100% metal. So there is more metal in this planet than there was if this was a Death Star, because that had some bits of plastic on it. According to this, there is no plastic in this composition here. That this is purely metal, nothing else. So it is a giant ball bearing. Now I suspect that that is not going to be the case. Nevertheless, I tend to come in here and check it out. Besides which, I'm also quite curious to see what the red supergiant looks like from the surface of an orbiting planet. So that will be, it may not be my very next destination, but it's one that I will do a video of. There is another planet that I will, I think, eventually do a video of. I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. But I'll keep that one secret for now. So anyway, that's Epsilon Indi and its rather infamous Mitterand Hollow moon. So that brings this video to an end. This is Commander Glucosa saying go away.